And I'm live! And oh my god, there's a bunch of you on today. Yay! I'm so happy to see. I'm so happy
I
to come
gotta
on
have
and
more
see
cowbell.
people. Because honestly, really, it is really, oh shit, what was I gonna say? It's really kind of a bummer when I come on and there's like no one around to talk to. I'm just always happy to have people to talk to. So, yay! And yes, please feel free to use all the sound effects and things, although I don't know if that worked. Hmm. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Have you making a cameo? There it is. There's the side of him. All right. Let me check something, guys. Is my sound dead? Uh-oh. Okay, well, it's working on stream, but why isn't it working on me here? Well, you can all hear it, right? And you can hear me? Yeah, okay. Something's... Now, I swear to God, I did not change my settings here on my mixer. What did it do? Hang on while I do a quick check. No, everything looks right. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but I think is it the switch I mentioned? Because I'm getting nothing on my end. I don't want to deal with this. Oh, sorry guys. This is annoying. I want to hear your sound effects and things. I like to dance to the music. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. It says monitor and output. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna say, yeah, I didn't change anything, so something wacky happened. Hey, hi, hi, Carlos. It's so nice to see you pop by. Lurky, wait, I got a lurky thing. Look here's a lurker for you. Here's the lurker. Ah, wait, don't go this way. There we go. I will never learn the hand. This is a stone lurker, so it's a lurker. How's it going? Well, it'll go much better if my sound effects were working in my ear, but at least they're working on the stream, so I'm happy with that. So who have we got? Okay, so hi Kevin. I know you came in at the last second before I friggin' went on the air, and of course Carlos and Fazerna Minimon me. I can't talk. Ball GM, Acid Burn. Let's see. Let's do a couple shout outs. All these people are streamers, and please go check them out, follow them, support them. They're all awesome. I don't know. I have never come across a bad stream. I've enjoyed every mini painting stream out there. Who else? I know Carlos does. He does, I think, YouTube stuff. I don't know if he streams on Twitch. But you know what? For funsies, let's do a shout out to him anyways. You gotta find him. He's awesome. You got good news and bad news. You found a job. Well, uh, yeah, okay. So, Acid Burn Punk got a job. That is awesome. But now he's to figure out when he's going to stream again. Yeah, that's fair. Anytime you anytime there's any sort of change in schedule, that's likely to happen. Who else am I missing? Who else? Of course, the Ball GM. We are right after this stream. We go to the Ball GM because he streams right after me. So it is a Goblin double feature. And mind you, I'll keep an eye on chat, but sounds are not working for me, but they are working on chat. So feel free to play with the sound effects. I'm sorry if I don't react to them. But thinking it's no different. Ugh. then again, it's no different if someone puts a command in there that doesn't have any sound. So like the hydrate one, I gotta keep an eye out on. I love all you guys. Really do. Alright, so I started work on her last time where I did all the skin. Now, most of you weren't here last time, and I did the eyes. I've got this awesome new eye technique. Well, I sort of blended. So I took a class at ReaperCon that was expressive faces and eyes because I wanted to up my game a bit. And while I found parts of it definitely worked for me in his technique, not all of it did. I do my things a little bit different order because he was basically painting. Oh, look, it's Pete the Hydrator. I have to interrupt to do this first. Actually, let me get a real drink here, huh? Hi, Pete. I said sound effects are working for you, but they're not working for me, and I'm not sure why. I didn't change anything. But anyways, I was talking about the eyes in this. So I took a class called Expressive Faces and Eyes, taught by Derek Schubert, who is a extraordinary painter and sculptor for Reaper. And I really like the effect. I have pictures of this. I know on stream it's a little hard to see the eyes. Yeah, I totally can't hear anything, which makes me sad. If you want to see the look, the pictures on my social media and such. I guess I could always go get it and put it on here. Remember, I'm link friendly, so if you guys got stuff you're working on, you want to share, please throw the links into chat, and I will go find them and I will share them with the class, as I like to say. So what I did for the eyes on this, I do start out similar ways. I do start out doing the eyes first. Now he actually painted the dark outline, and he painted the whole pupil the dark color that I used for my outline. And then he worked the white inside of that. But I still find that is a little bit tricky to do. And I'm not real happy with the results. That's just me. It works for him, doesn't work for me. So I'm still doing it the same way. I paint the white first, and then I paint the pupil, and then I paint the line that goes around it. Now, what I'm hoping to do is maybe on some minis that have bigger eyes and such, or maybe even on these, I'm going to try to start working in some color. I would love to put some in, but I mean, a lot of these minis, the eyes are so small, you're not going to pick up the color anyways. But I did add this extra little highlight in that, and I think it really adds a huge difference. And I'm also trying to think of putting my eyes somewhere other than the center, which ironically is the hardest way to do it, is put the eyes in the center, because you got to have them both in the same place. It's actually much easier to put them in a corner. But also, I think it does make them more expressive. So, so that's what I did last time anyways, and I said I did her skin. Now you may be asking, why is her skin tone purple? I will get that, Kevin, by the way. Why is her skin tone purple? Because I'm basing her off of my World of Warcraft character, which is a night elf. And night elves do not have, you know, Caucasian skin tones. I don't think there's any version. They have all sorts of, so she's got definitely a purplish skin tone. This is where my whole love of purple came from, guys. Was I played her, she was my first and only real main. And well, she's also a Pathfinder character. Hey, Jake! I know, I'm really happy. Oh my god, everyone's here. Not everyone's here, but I'm really happy to have so many people here. And so many people, you know, if we can get to 15 people watching this and everyone says hello, we can unlock, what the hell is it? I can unlock some more VIPs. I should probably hand out some more at some point. So, but last time I did the skin, I started working on some bits and pieces. Alright, so let me actually, because I'm going to switch over. I'm going to go pick up Kevin's, what he's been working on. Whoa! That is not what I expected, Kevin. Guys, you're in for a treat. This is different. Wow, this is very different from all the Space Marines he's been working on. Holy crap. That's coming out really. He's very shiny. I noticed that. Like the armor's all brand new. At one point, it was all brand new. That is really cool. Oh, you didn't put any descriptions or anything. So I'm pretty sure that is the Mandalorian, right? In his shiny Mandalorian. It said he at one point that armor was new on the show. Hey Baldy, it's fine. Anybody who hobbies isn't talking to me because you're hobbying. 100%. I love you. That's one of the points is I want to inspire people to pick up a brush. So if you're doing that, in whatever form of art or whatever form of art you like to do it. All right. So that is really freaking cool. All right. So if anybody else has anything they want to share, so I'm gonna go to Hero Forge just to show people what my concept is. Now, bear in mind when I did it, I don't know why I painted her up because you can paint her online, as you know. Here's all my heroes that I've done so far. Come on. She is down. She's at the bottom because it's in alphabetical order. Back when I realized I don't have to have a color version and a black and white version. There she is. So this is the concept. Except for the fact I painted her. I don't know why I did that when she's supposed to be based off my night elf. So I went with different kind of ears because night elven ears are more floppy. So I went with this look. I can't. They don't have ears that are long enough. I mean, I guess I could have taken some green stuff and green stuffed them on there, but I didn't want to do that because I kind of think the super long ears look a little silly. So, oh, Fazerna's got something. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what Fazerna's got here. Oh wow, my take on the tree. Wait. Oh wow, my take on the tree evidence. Try to make them fit into my Sinner's Sylvanas style painting the elf parts to go. Yeah, I can. Yeah, those are cool. And use purple. Purple. I love it. Actually, I think the thing I really dig as color is like such a huge deal for me. Let me move the mouse, by the way. Purple, of course, is huge, but color is huge to me. Is the fact I love the fact that they've only really got, they got such a limited color scheme. I do see the green. I see the green in the in the weapon here and on this, but I love the fact that they are so few colors. I think that's something I think I want to play with in the future is trying to do if you're trying to play with some very limited palettes, I think that would be really fun to do. But that is it's very, very effective. So that is, I think we need to like this. And actually, I am following you. Okay, cool. You know what? I love Twitter because you get great. I think you get really good reach with your pictures and such. But uh, but unfortunately, the stuff that passes by my feed when I happen to be on it is somewhat limited. Those are beautiful. I love it. All right, so more stuff. Oh yeah, the Mandalorian. Yep. Okay. All right. I see. That's where you're getting it from. Yeah, it looks like that too. You're doing a good job, Kevin. That's friggin' awesome. All right. Anybody else? Because let's see. I'm gonna go back to my work view, so I can actually maybe start putting some paint on this. Of course, don't forget if you have any questions or anything. Of course, everybody here seems to probably know what they're doing, mini painting wise. If anybody could tell me how to get new mini painters to follow, I would love that too, because I'd love to teach everyone how to do it. All right, so what am I grabbing for brushes here? I love my brush rack, but sometimes it can get a little unwieldy. I like end up knocking my brushes all over the place. And yeah, I'll take out my favorite 3 at the moment. So what do I want to do in this? I think I like to start with the bigger areas and work smaller. Like I put this gold on here, but more or less because I was running out of time and I didn't really have anything else I could do at this moment. So I'm gonna work on this cloth and the 2 pieces of cloth. What are you lost about, Pete? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Anybody in the New England area, of course. And I got to remember to put this up on. I got to remember to put it on my Facebook page. Anybody in the New England area or around Methuen, Mass, or New Hampshire? Tomorrow is the painting party at the Queen's Gambit from 1 to 5. It's 4 hours of mini painting goodness. Hold on while I look for colors here. I like that color, but I think I'm gonna go for wilderness green. Yeah, 4 hours of painting goodness where we get to hang out, paint minis. People who are new get to try the hobby and see if they like it. Let's see. It's a Druid. It should be wilderness green, right? It should be the green paint. So there's one color. Let's see if I can stick it down there. Don't mind me. I know what colors to make it, but actually picking out the actual colors is another story. I have lots to choose from too. Maybe having too many colors is not a good solution. I definitely want to keep this a muted green. It's supposed to be like a forest green. Let's see. And I need a light green. Alright, I think I'm going to have to do a little mixing to keep the triad close together. This is my own triad. So I'm going to go with these 3. Wilderness green is my base. Goblin green. I said I want to keep it very, a muted green. I don't want to be a bright green. I know whatever I had in the thing is there. It's just a guideline. Oops. I'm going to drop my paints. And I'm going to grab my palette, which is still wet. Once again, I'm at the point where I need to clean my wet palette, and I'm just too lazy to do it. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to base coat it this wilderness green. I always start with people, you know what? However you work is however you work, and that's fine. And I'll tell you how to do it my way, but if you find that you like doing the lighter colors first, and you like putting the darker colors in the creases after, or you like starting with the mid-tones and then the darker colors in the creases and the highlights after, go for it. This is just how I like it. Hey, Big Jim! Big Jim! There, he's here. Hey, I'm on the ball today. Hey, Big Jim, I was just talking about paint day tomorrow. Oh my God, what is wrong with my brain? Yeah, words are hard, and there's something wrong with my sound effects. Like, you guys at least are hearing the sound effects on stream, so that's what really matters. But for me, I get nothing but a freaking echo chamber. So I'm sorry I didn't do the little dance. Because I know what you played. Because of that, and then of course, he plays sad trombone. So yes, tomorrow, as you know, is the painting day, Big Jim. I hope you're coming. Because I enjoy everyone's like this stream. I do really enjoy people's company. So while I paint, and it's nice having a bunch of people to chat with. I said I love talking with my husband, but he's kind of sort of he's not into painting, guys. It's sort of tragic. I'm gonna try to get in there. You know what? Where you can't see, I'm gonna have to do 2 coats too because it's just kind of not covering, but that's fine. This paint is not the best at covering, but that's fine. I mean, for layering up, I love it. I'm gonna leave it a little fancier pattern. It's funny, this thing is supposed to just be there's gonna be a gemstone on it, and it's supposed to just be a diamond. But for some reason, I see like a bump there, which I'm not really sure is supposed to be there, but I'll work with it. It's all fine. What is I think Pete's having, technical issues. As unfortunately, it seems like he always has technical issues. There's nothing I can do. All right, I need a smaller gauge brush here to get in there. Get there. Or a smaller tipped brush. It's actually not about the gauge of your brush. I mean, it's about how sharp the point is. More than, how many bristles there are. But yeah, it's not covering great, but honestly, I'd rather do multiple coats than have it be too thick. Nope, you're not getting any. Sorry, your channel points are free. So, and I'm not going to drink every 2 seconds. I think that's fair, everyone. Besides, I'm surprised, unless you've already blown every point you had on hydrates. You should have some channel points. You're on here enough. They seem to build up in spite of my best efforts to spend them on some channels. I'll look up, oh, I've already got another 1,000. There we go. I don't mind. I seriously don't. I don't mind, taking a drink now and then. I do want to actually get stuff accomplished on this stream. That breaks my heart. I'm so mad I can't hear anything. It's just too quiet. One of these days, I guess I'll figure out how to put music on the stream. I'm just really nervous about copyrighted stuff, and I feel like, unfortunately, it's better to not risk it than to risk it. But I do know it exists. But I also know that even if you use it, there are times you can get trouble. No, I didn't. I never figured that out. I got too much stuff going on. I mean, I could sit there and I could, make a list of people who were on at the time, because basically you can just set the thing to anonymous. Oh, so that's all part of the green too. As I said, I'm going to go back over this with another coat just because. Ugh. Now I got to try to get in there. You know, do your best. If this is not for competition model, you don't have to worry about missing little spots here and there. It's about all about way it looks on a gaming table. So don't ever, you know, even when I'm painting for a client, if I try not to have any missing spots, but sometimes it's just impossible to get the brush in. And I'd rather not screw up something I already did. 80s hits for Zerna. I love you so much because the 80s was the greatest music era ever. Other than maybe classical. I actually listen to classical music when when I got my radio on. Plus it's public radio. So there are very few ads. Oh, I love all that synth. I love that synth, you know, that style of music. I love 80s music. But I mean, that's when I was going to high school. I graduated in 89. So all that stuff was big. Dirty Dancing was big. So they had that terrific soundtrack. It had a lot of classic type hits on it too. But man, I did. I loved the 80s. The safety dance. You know, I don't think I ever did it. There was an achievement in World of Warcraft in one of the dungeons in Naxxramas, the new version, not the old version, where it was called the safety dance. I always wanted to do that achievement with the safety dance actually playing. And sad thing is I could because, well then again, I kill things now too fast because it's an old dungeon and I'm much higher level than the dungeon or the raid. So I basically instantaneously blow everything up. But yeah, so I was you're 10 years younger than me. Yeah, I was graduating from high school in 89, so I got to let that dry. I feel like this is a little brighter than I was hoping for, but that's okay. I'm going to try to kill this color a little bit. Oh, wait. Why didn't I paint the top part, too? Alright, so I'm going to look at my picture here. Okay, so yeah, it is just the cloth that's going over one shoulder. There's a thing there. I do really love Hero Forge's minis, but they do leave a lot of these little things on the piece that you gotta kind of clean out. And it said, and if you don't, so be it. In this case, it's just a tabletop mini. Not the end of the world. Also, I mean, I'm sure many of you paint to relax. Because I'll tell you one thing. It really, to me, I love the fact that my blood pressure, I think, drops noticeably when I'm painting minis. That's actually part of the... That's why I do it. That's why I paint on my breaks at work. Is to have it, but I think it's one of the best activities to relax with. You start focusing on the mini, especially if your mini's coming out good. You start focusing on the mini and what you're doing, and you kind of forget everything else. Okay, so I'm going over my line. That's okay. I paint over it. It's not a big deal. You know, I'm looking back at the chat. The only music I don't actually like is modern. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's because we're getting old. That the new pop stuff doesn't really do it for me. I like rock. I actually like. I don't like rock where people are screaming the lyrics. Um, but I do like. Oh, I think I missed an area with my purple. Pardon my interruption. I like rock when it's actually sung well. But I don't like somebody just screaming into a microphone without any melody at all. Maybe most of this is. Yeah, I'm gonna paint it green. Screw that. I think it is. I know this piece here is part of the strap that she's using to hold this on. At least that's the way I'm treating it. Even that's not reality. There's still a strap. I just liked it, that's all. You like, I mean, that's fair. Hi, Fangard. So if you readjusted to life after ReaperCon, that was so much fun. ReaperCon was everything, and then some that I expected. Hey, by the way, you live in the area if you want. Vanguard, tomorrow is the painting day at the Queen's Gambit in Bethune. If you want to take a drive up, if I have a time getting my painting over, well, that's what you're here for. I'm here to try to help motivate you to paint. The one thing I find very motivating is actually seeing all the work that you guys do. So, I would go look at them like, I want to participate. I want to have fun, and I want to make pretty things too. But all of you all motivate me. Also, knowing you're all here, too. I mean, that motivates me. Doing the stream motivates me to get out of brush and paint. You should come tomorrow. Oh, that's right. You have the Alpha Omega thing. Shoot. Sorry I put on a Sunday, but it's the only day I can put it. That's the thing is, I have to do it on Sundays because I do the stream on Saturdays, so I can't do it then, and I can't do it the rest of the week because of work. And I can't even do it after the stream. Like, yeah, okay, I could do it Saturday night. No, I can't because I will eventually probably have 2 games on Saturday night. Or at least bi-weekly Saturday nights. My best friend we're starting a Vampire the Masquerade game. You want a bag of bones from Maze and Reaper? Yay! Oh my gosh. Congrats, you won a bag of bones, 5 minis on Reaper Live on Thursday. For the first time ever, I had a fangirl moment. They ran their name. Mini Mommy, you need to try to go to ReaperCon. If you want to have fangirl moments, oh my lord. When you actually get to meet all those people who you see on there, I was the biggest fangirl at the con. I totally admit it. I have no shame at all in admitting so. I mean, when I get to meet Rhonda Bender, I was like, I was like in awe. I know she's like really nice, but it doesn't matter. You know, I know she's, and I know they're all just people. They're just normal people, but doesn't matter. I sort of probably put them on a bit of a pedestal, considering how good they are in terms of painting. And Rhonda was like the nicest person. But congrats! I'm so thrilled you won something. I think I'm trying to think. I want to. Yeah, no, I want to watch more Reaper Live, but it's always at other things. It's always at a bad time. Oh, I was gonna say, how old is your kid or kids? I don't remember if you've got more than one. I mean, are they old enough to take with you? They actually had kids painting things there this year, which I thought was really cool. All right, I gotta let that dry a little bit because I want to go back in here and cover that. But you don't want to cover things. It's Kevin. Oh, he's 3. Might be a little young. 4 is a little young. Not too young to get into painting, mind you, but probably too young to bring to a con. It's not wall of shame. When you get it right, it's a closet of shame, and it's right there over my. You can see it over my shoulder. That is my closet of shame. Complete with skeletons. And I pointed the wrong way. Because you know what? My picture is backwards to me. That's so good. You know, I've had 2-year-olds come to some of my painting tables at cons. And yeah, 2-year-old I think is a little much even to have at a con too. But that's up to the parent. I'm not judging here at all. Um, but I still find it's a great joy when I have like a 2-year-old show up to the mini painting table. As long as my rule is if it's a really young child, the parent has to stay with them. I'm not going to be a babysitter. Sorry. I love kids though. Oh my God, Emercina! It's an Emercina. Oh my God. Emercina, you could be the. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say, you could be the babysitter. You've been good. I think I was going to say, I wonder if this is the first time you've worked. It's okay. It's okay. Remember what I said. Look, I even painted a mini. I painted a stone lurker in honor of all lurkers. It was a good quick paint because I paint something every night. So there's a stone lurker. There's the lurker right there. In honor of all you workers. Believe me, I appreciate it because God knows I do work on a number of streams when I'm at work because I can't. I'll interject. I'll pop on and chat if I can sneak it in there, or if it's something I feel really compelled to say. You know, if nobody in charge is working, I'll pop on there just to put on a comment and then go back to work. But I get the whole you can't be active. And, you know, it's okay. Chatting on here is enough for everybody. Yeah, I was going to say, you know, I got that impression. Plus, also, I think your son had a great time. And he's little. I saw him briefly when you were going, I think, going back to Big Jim. It was so funny. Big Jim and I were next to each other at the con, and I didn't even know it until the day you left. ReaperCon is absolutely worth it. It is worth the price of admission. I mean, I can't say it enough. I understand though that price can be steep. It was steep for me. And now it's like I feel like I need to get there every year. I just don't think, I don't know if it's going to happen next year. Because I feel like my painting did take a bit of, oh my God, this is not drying. I feel like in some ways my painting did take a big step forward, or it will once I start doing some more display model level pieces, because that's the plan. Doesn't look like it took a step forward looking at this. I would say right now this mini is kind of in its ugly stage. The skin looks good. I'm happy with the eyes and the stuff I finished up last time, but this thing I'm painting, the clothes, it's ugly right now. Don't ever let a mini's ugly stage dissuade you from painting a mini. Just remember, it will get better as you work on it. Pete is Pete. That's such a good question, Mini Mommy. Pete, are you broken? Because sometimes I wonder. Broken in only, hopefully, the best way. Sometimes I do think he's broken, and I want to fix him. Oh my god, this paint won't dry. Come on, damn it, dry. See, I had a feeling that was going to be the answer I was going to give. So right now my Streamlabs is broken because I can't hear any of the sound effects people play, which is rather annoying. So if someone, and I don't know, I'll bet you if somebody uses one of the things to an alert box, subs or whatever, raid subs, whatever, I don't think I'm gonna hear it either. I don't know what's going on, but I didn't change, swear to God, I did not change any of my settings, and yet it's not working. Actually, I'm going to paint this green in here. I know I'm going to hit my bottle. That wasn't too bad. Because the bottle's kind of sitting there. What is that? There's something on here that's loose. Come on. There we go. Get that off of there. I'm not really sure what that even was. Maybe a piece of plastic that didn't that I didn't friggin' brush off. I'm so happy you're all here today. I mean, it's been kind of dead this week, people. I don't know why. For some reason, my Monday and Wednesday streams were dead in comparison to what they usually are. So, I mean, I get people are busy, and honestly, there's better things to do than hang out on the stream. But it does make it tougher. It makes it tougher for me to talk to people when there's no one to talk to. But I'm glad so many of you are on today. That makes me really happy. Don't forget anybody who's joined since. If, like Emercina, if you have anything you'd like to share that you put out on social media, I'm link friendly. So I love seeing everyone else's work, by the way. I think, I notice a lot of us, I think, do like to look at everyone else's work. And I think it's such an interesting community of people. It really is, because in some ways, especially if you are a commission painter, you're competing with other commission painters for commissions. Although there's plenty of them out there, thankfully. And so essentially we are competitors. Even you could say by Twitch, we're competing for people's dollars. If you're into that, I don't care, and I think a lot of us don't care. We paint on stream because we really love to paint, and we really love to share with others and hang out with people. And I think that's what most of us like to do. But in a manner of speaking, we still all compete. But yet, even with that in mind, everybody helps each other out. I mean, I've never found a more welcoming, friendly community out there of people who support each other in this hobby. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so proud to be a part of it. And I think you guys all rock. So, I see some white. I'll say it again. Turn your minis upside down. Flip them around. Because you'll see things on it that you won't necessarily see just holding them one direction. Alright, so yeah, I get that. You could pack all the paints last, but honestly, do whatever it is you need to do. Moving sucks, by the way. I hate moving. What do I want to? I'm gonna end up leaving the green because I want that to dry. What do I want to do next? I could do her boots. That doesn't touch. I could do her boots. I wish I could remember what I did my Sandiel's boots. I suppose I could go look. I could go watch the stream. Also, I have new colors since I did her boots. I think I'm going to start with that leather brown. I really like the Reaper leather brown. So I'm going to start with that. That's not a bad color for what I see on there. So yeah, I will say this, moving is the pits. I hate moving. That is why I will probably never ever, well, I may move once more in my life. But that's when I retire, and if I decide to, I'm never going to leave New England. If I decide to move up north to the Lakes region of New Hampshire, because I love it up there. But the more I think about it, the more I'm not even sure about that, because where I live, our town is kind of like a tourist. I'm right by a lake. Granted, it's not Winnipesaukee. It's a rather small lake, but still, I'm within walking distance of my town beach. The center of town has got all sorts of kitschy little shops. It's got a game store. I mean, what more would I want? Plus, all my friends live here that I game with. You know, and thinking about coming from further north to play games. I'm not planning on quitting games ever. If I'm in a friggin' nursing home when I'm older, I'm going to start a gaming group. And you know what? I think there's going to be a lot of us in nursing homes that play. Oh, so yes, he does. The toy soldier is, I love it. I mean that I love the Queen's Gambit. Okay, I don't want to say anything. You know, I don't want to say otherwise. I love the Queen's Gambit, but the toy soldier is my store. It's literally within walking distance, and it's in an older building. There's a lot of buildings in Amesbury are fairly older buildings. Amesbury's got an interesting history too. We were like the Detroit of America before cars were invented. We did horseless carriages here. So we're known as Carriage City. We would build carriages and horseless carriages. So essentially, we were the Detroit back in the day. Yeah, admittedly, okay, yes, there are like rotaries and stuff, and it's. I mean, I get used to it because I live here, and I have to drive it all the time. But honestly, it's not bad. I mean, it's all one way. You know, basically, it's a loop around thing. What weirdness is going on? Shanur! Oh my gosh, this is like, all right, we almost have 15, or maybe we do. I've noticed my little thing lags. So if everybody says something, I can unlock more VIPs. If you get 15 people chatting at once, you can unlock some VIP slots, that's all. And I probably should hand out some more at some point. I mean, I give them to everybody because you're all VIPs to me. It just means very important people. Everybody is. I don't want to make anyone feel bad either if you don't get one. You're still an MVP to me. So, but anyways, But yeah, I mean that the toy soldier in Amesbury has been around. Oh god, longer. I don't know how long it's been around, but it's been around longer than I've been living here, and I've been living here almost 25 years. Okay, I'll go with that, Kevin. You are the most valuable pets. I'll go with that, sure. Although I did make you an MVP here because you're here so often. Um, so there are like benefits to being an MVP too, although I don't remember what they are offhand. That's weird. I thought I just heard what it sounded like, a train engine, a train whistle. And I don't think we have any train tracks that near. But yeah, Big Jim, please come up and visit the toy soldier. It said, by the way, the guy who runs it is a mini painter. He is a mini aficionado, and he's actually pretty good at it. So, you know, he's got a lot of different. He's got a bunch of different miniature games that he has in stock. I think actually miniatures are the biggest amount of things he has in stock. By the way, Pete, I'll do that. I'll give you a bonus hydrate. But they do. He has Turbo Dork. He's got. I'm trying to convince him to put Reaper in there. I don't think I sold him on it. He did buy some to try it, and I'm like, if you buy Reaper here, I will make sure everybody in the area knows that you carry it. Oh, did I go over the line? I did go over the line. Bad me. So this is why I like to keep. I should have waited a minute. Here you go, Pete. So this is why I like a wet palette, because I can keep some of my paints, on there, so I can use them again later when I make little things like this that need to be touched up. Because I think I nailed my skin tone. All right. Well, do it. I mean, if you want, you know how to get a hold of me. You know, yeah, the Toy Soldier is the only friendly local game store, and they are friendly, by the way. Within an hour's drive, that carries the shifting paint and other niche things. You don't live that far away. I mean, you're what? You're in Haverhill, right? You're like 20 minutes from here, if that. If you want, I'll meet you there. You know how to it said. You know how to hit me up. You know how to find me. I don't mind going with you, cause I freaking love the store and I love spending money there. They were the reason why I got a Snaga box set. Because I went to them, and even before they announced opened up the pre-orders, I went to them, and I said, "Can you put me on the pre-order list for that?" And they're like, "Sure," even though it was like weeks before. It was like the day they announced that the set was coming out. They were like, "Sure," and they did. So then I also can message the store's owner. I have him on Facebook. And I said, so I know you're only getting four, so are you going to be able to get me? Are you going to be able to get it for me for sure? And he's like, yeah, you were the first one on the list. So I got the set. I mean, the only time he ever ran into trouble was with that freaking Cursed City. I may have bought it, but I'm still mad at GW for that one. Because to me, it really screwed over so many stores. It screwed him over. He had so many on pre-order. He did eventually get 8, which is good, but not what he pre-ordered. Everybody who wanted one got. He actually was more concerned that everyone who ordered one got one. And he's a mini guy. I know he would have wanted one, but I don't think he got one to make sure that everyone else did. So Mick is a great guy. It seems like everybody in that owns a store knows this guy too, no matter where they're from. I'll be at another store talking about it, and they're like, "Oh wait, Mick." All right. I still see a little bit of spots where the green is. One of the keys to mini painting is you want to make sure that your base coat is even. So if you see things that are lighter, or, clearly where it didn't cover, go back over it. Or you missed, like that right there. It's a lot of little things on this. It's a little fidgety bits. All right, Kevin, you can note it that I dropped a brush because I always drop a brush. Not every session, but it gotten better about it. But most sessions, I drop a brush because I keep them too close to the edge of my thing and I catch them with my arm. Hey, all right. Well, I hope I see you tomorrow, Big Jim. Please tell me you're gonna be. Your son goes to school names right. Oh, wait a minute, sir. I'm gonna say serious. All right. So here's the lurk. Here's the lurker. Uh. Oh, I friggin' hate you. You're going to get steamers at Woodman's. You jerk. Oh, that would be cool. As I said, I want to get 1 week. I didn't even realize he was from around here. There's so many people that paint minis, stream it, and they're from Massachusetts and probably southern New Hampshire. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh! It just doesn't seem like I didn't think you had a son that was that old. No, I'm just kidding. You're not that old, right? You're older than me. Not by much. I'm glad someone is older than me. Rather son, the younger one goes to school in Amesbury. Hey, I don't think Amesbury is a bad place to send your kids to school either. I think we got a pretty decent school system here. Oh, it's so good to see you though, Big Jim. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And with the kid, Scroll Keeper, that would be great. I hope he goes. Anybody in the Inferno channel from around here, I really would like to have. I want to have one day where everybody just shows up. Cool. Let's see. I need the paint pokey tool. I don't have any paint explosions. See, when you get lazy, you don't use the pokey tool in the thing. Oh, I was gonna say, where's Baldy? He loves the pokey tool references. I know he's lurking. He's actually hobbying right now, so. That would be so. Oh, I'll pop steam picks in the Discord. That.
Cheers.
Cool. Woo! There you go. I knew you popping with some sort of a cheer. Oh wait, it was cheer. It was cheers. So it's this thing. So cheers. I'm saying again, I'm so mad that I cannot hear any sound effects right now. Alright, so now I'm going to go to my lighter color there, my goblin green. It's the color of Pathfinder goblins. I'm going to start highlighting some areas. There's a shadow there. I only want to paint the higher areas and leave the deepest ones for shadow. Hey, you know what? Come to think of it, let's see. So, golden font is was that good? Is that good afternoon or good evening? And I would assume Dutch, because I know the Belgian. Are you both from? Are you from the Netherlands too, Shiner? I know you're from overseas. I know you're not from America. Oh, it's good evening. Are you Dutch too? Also, the color of all GW heavy metal bases, first to third edition Warhammer. Oh, shoot. What was that a reference to? I'll do this. I'll say something and I forget what the hell I said when the actual thing pops. Somebody responds to it. Oh, neighbor country. Oh, okay. Close enough. How many? I'll tell you what. You guys are all like way above me. I speak one language. Oh, Goblin Green. Yeah, I think it's a different shade. It's a different shade of green. I think, or maybe close, because I know this was based off the Wayne Reynolds Pathfinder artworks. You know, they have like Ezrin blue, but that's the color. Goblin Green's a little different in GW, I think. But the thing of it is, it's like it always amazes me people who are bilingual or trilingual or oh god, even more than that. I learned a tiny little bit of French when I took French in high school. But it's kind of funny how little I actually retain. I remember je ne comprends pas, which means I don't understand it. So that's about it for me. It's a polyglot and it's intimidating. Which language? Or which one are you talking? Yeah, which I assume you're talking about language. Which language are you talking about, Jake? And I'm so glad you're lurking. Oh God, Jake, I miss you so freaking much from the con. Curse you for living in Chicago. Mandarin, English, French, Spanish, and maybe one more. Oh, wow! Oh, that's right. You do speak like Mandarin. Baldy speaks Dutch, duh. German, English, and a bit of French. Learning a bit of Polish too. By the way, a lot of Polish colleagues. Polish looks intimidating. You've got Polish is, I believe, the language with 9,000 vowels in a row, and they make like one sound. And it's like, how do you people learn this? Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. It's my it's my fault, not your fault. But one time I had to do some singing in a Polish church. Sadly, my choir is not coming back until the pandemic is over. So who in the hell knows when that'll be? Um, but one time I had to go sing. It said I had to go sing in a Polish church, and we did sing Polish. And I looked at that, and they put everything in Polish, and I had no idea how to pronounce it. Sometimes, I mean, I've had to learn how to pronounce some other languages because I sing in a choir. Latin, I do know how to pronounce. I couldn't tell you translate. Some of it I can because some of it is you can see you can tell what the English equivalent is. Um, but I learned how to pronounce it at least, which you kind of needed to do. I've done German. I also was in I was also in like a community chorus choir for. It wasn't a church choir. I'll go with a chorus. I was in a community chorus for like a year or two, and then sadly though, both the chorus and the choir were just too much on my voice, and I got pretty good fatigue by the end of the year. So I decided to keep doing the church choir and drop the other one. But it was sad because I learned a lot and I had a lot of fun. And my brother's in it, so. My brother is a pretty good singer. I still see some spots in this that did not cover real well. So I'm going to go back over them again. But it's always amazed me because I had so many issues learning French that people out there can learn all these languages and remember them. Actually, I want to know, have you ever like been speaking one language and then transition into another? Because that happened to my husband once. So what do you say? The most important Polish words in the workforce, swear word. Of course they're swear words. Isn't that the first word you learn of any foreign language, or all the swear words? It's starting to pick up the paint. Stop it. So, all right, so years ago, my husband was taking, I think it was Spanish. And he started, the teacher had him count to 10. He started in Spanish. He ended in Italian. It just kind of transitioned from one to the other because they were very close together. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, what I remember, they are like the numbers are very close together in the pronunciation, so he just kind of went from one to the other. Now, he does not really speak, he is not fluent in either, so he just knows how to count to 10 in Italian. But that's his nationality. He is Italian. His, I mean, he's American. His family's been here more than, I believe it was his grandparents' generation. On his mother's side, they came here from Italy. I might be getting it confused. One of the sides, it was his grandparents came here from Italy. The other side was here a bit longer. And that's sort of got its own story. We can listen to all of my family dirt. My family, my maiden name is Tuttle. And my family the Tuttles have been here since before the American Revolution. I keep joking. Please don't. It's just a joke. Okay, I know I'm not really a Native American. Although, truth be told, I think I actually do have somebody in my family tree that I'm descended from that is actually Native American. So maybe I am part Native American. I don't know. On my grandmother's side, on my mother's side. But I was like, damn it, my family's been here longer in America than America was here. Doesn't that make me a Native American? It doesn't. I'll put it that way. I do realize that. It's just meant as a joke because I'm inappropriate like that. I'm a terrible person. But yeah, my dad's family came here, oh God, a long time ago. I forget what year. Either late 1600s or early 1700s. We actually used to know. We even knew the name of the boat they came on. My brother actually was doing the genealogy. And he got us back almost to Longshanks. You know the bad king in Braveheart. Braveheart definitely is not true in any way, shape, or form. Maybe a little bit, but not much. Because the princess there that he was having a thing with actually was running around with Sir Roger Mortimer, who would be the other side of my family. That is my mother's side, and that is definitely a relation because my mother's maiden name was Mortimer. Good, you can all get my security questions, so be it. Although I don't use my mother's maiden name in the security questions anymore, so good luck with that. But that would be ironic if I really was descended from Longshanks. I guess it's a possibility. That's where he lost the thread. Poor Pete. But if it was true, Roger Mortimer helped depose the family. Roger Mortimer was the King of England for a while because he deposed the previous king, who I believe was Longshanks' kid. You know, that really nerdy. In Braveheart, it was that really wallflower kid. Said none of it's probably true. He got deposed by Roger Mortimer, so it'd be hilarious to think that one side of my family basically deposed the other side. I worked one day, so this is from the Ball GM. I worked one day at the reception of our factory, and an Italian came in and only spoke Italian. Oh no. I tried to tell him I did not speak Italian, but he just kept talking angrily. So I decided to tell him in French that I do not speak Italian, just ended every word with an O. That is the only Italian I speak. It was correct. No parlo Italiano. Oh no! That's terrific. I'm so gonna. So one thing about my wonderful husband, I love him dearly. I'm gonna say that before I say this, but I love to I pick on people I like. So I'm gonna have to give him crap for it. He's like an amateur linguist. He loves studying languages, and I'm gonna have to give him crap that basically you did that. I'm gonna ask him. So is all of French? Is all of Italian just French with an O at the end? I wonder if he's upstairs. I don't think so though. I'm gonna have to ask him that when the stream's over. So, honey, are all Italian? Is all Italian just French with O's? That is friggin' fun. That is really funny. Who? My husband? You know my husband. Is he cunning? I don't know. I think at times he definitely is cunning. He's a GM and writes pretty good plot. People really like his game. I think he's smart if nothing else. Why do you ask that? Oh, joke overhead. Yep, it did. That joke went sailing far above my head. Obviously, it was something I said before, and I don't remember what the hell I said. I'm getting old and senile, folks, okay? So, anything I said 2 seconds ago was, like, friggin' gone. Gone in 30 seconds. I have also sometimes yeah. Unfortunately, senility runs in my family, so if I live long enough, I got lovely choices here. So if I live long enough, either I'm going to go senile or I'm going to die young to a heart ailment, which I actually hope that doesn't happen. Because my dad was only 65 when he passed away, and it was because of his heart. But he also, well, he didn't smoke like a chimney, but he did smoke most of his life. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it, or the fact that he had rheumatoid arthritis, which I'm also waiting to see if I ever get. I thought I was in the clear. I really did. There's some sort of a marker in my blood that says that I could develop it. So there's a happy thought. Which will be great having hands that can't grip brushes. I will grip them as long as I can, and I'll friggin' do what he did and make it so I can grip them. Because that's what he did with all his tools. He added padding to them all so that he could actually hold on to them. And he worked pretty much till the day he died. Which was amazing. Ah, shit, see? I already forgot what I was saying before I went on that tangent. Because that's what I do. And I'll sit here and think about it for a minute and go, oh yeah. Or I'll just say, fuck it, forget it. While I sit here and do my highlighting. Okay, Shanur. I'm only on about another 50 minutes, so just an FYI. But yeah, no, my Alzheimer's runs on my mother's side, which is probably what drove my uncle to be an Alzheimer's researcher. He said he was always trying to find his own cure. Yay! That'd be cool. That looks pretty good. It's so far. I mean, it's still ugly because I'm going to have to go, because obviously I got paint things where I painted over lines and stuff. But I haven't painted over my purple for the most part. V! Oh my god, hi V! One of my favorite people. I've got to go visit your stream again. Every time you pop on, I feel guilty. Anytime, like, a lot of you people pop on, I feel guilty. Because, here, we're going to just shout out. If you do not know the wonderful, I'll call her V, Vligger Dragon, you absolutely should follow her. And also, she's a very talented, yes, she's a very talented pianist and composer. You compose your own stuff, and that is, oh, I have a huge appreciation for that. And you can sing. You can really sing. I sing in groups. I do not solo. For a reason. Although they do say there's like people who are good at singing groups and not necessarily good soloists and soloists are, but I think soloists can tune it back so they can sing in a group. That's my thing. Sometimes soloists have a strong voice that they do stand out in a group. But I think a lot of them know how to pull it back too. It is two different kinds of singing though, really. Solos, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Solo is a different thing. Because with group singing, you do have to know how to blend with people. When you're solo, you have to know how to stand out, especially if you've got singers behind you. Projection is key. I was saying, it's very sad. You missed it's very sad my choir, unfortunately, is not meeting until the pandemic's over. The priest does not want to risk it. And so who in the hell knows when I'm going to go back to being able to sing and play my flute. No, that's exactly it. And I've actually heard that too. A soloist who can't blend in with a group is not a great thing. No. And I said I have heard it at times too, and it's like, you're not soloing. Blend, damn it, blend. I actually was one of those people who did have trouble blending for a long time because my voice stands out. Well, you should do it. It's actually fun. I really enjoy it. But I was doing a community choir too. Community, not choir so much, but community chorus for like a year. And then said I ended up with some fatigue issues with my voice because I was doing both that and the church choir. And the community group the singing was pretty demanding because, it was that higher level of music. It's funny. I know. Here's the funny thing is, I don't think you have to. If you really love singing in a church group, I'd say do it even if you're not into the religious aspects. I know people who didn't. I mean, my choir director from when I went to church in Amesbury, she was friggin' fabulous. She had like 2 doctorates in related, or 2 or 3 doctorates in related things related to singing. And I mean, I'm Catholic. She wasn't. She was Greek Orthodox. Um, I think my favorite director, though, at the time there was a guy who was like in his early 20s. Fantastic musician. The most unreligious a-hole. I don't want to say that, but the most unreligious person. He had like all these religions. He went to like Catholic school. He had one family parent was Jewish, another was, and I forget what religion, which form of Christianity it was. I think it was Methodist. It might have been Congregationalist. And he really pretty much he would come in and he would do things like he would bury melodies in his organ music. So during like the sprinkling rites, he'd play "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head." Stuff like that. I would still do choir if I didn't, even if I wasn't religious. I'd still do it just because I like to sing. And I feel like I like because it's a weekly thing to do. You know, I can get it in every week and do a performance. Do I miss church now? Not particularly. And I'm Catholic. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I respect that. By the way, I totally respect that. So don't think I'm trying to drag you back into it. Well, I like to think my music taste is pretty good. But no, I said I believe I totally respect in people's beliefs, religious beliefs or non-religious beliefs. I mean, we have no proof. So whatever you believe in, as long as you're not hurting people with it, I'm good with. My problem is when you get to be too fundamentalist and too not fundamentalist, too extremist. That's it. That's the word. Sorry, fundamentalist is not the right word at all. So I said I appreciate that. But I do like choir. I love the people I sing with. I love our director. Um, Sadly, the one I was talking about, the Greek Orthodox lady, she was so good. Although she was very strict, and if you weren't careful, a pencil could come flying at you. But she was very, very good, and she taught you. And I used to hang out with her after choir, and she had all these awesome stories. She lived in Turkey for a while with her. I think she got married, and her husband was Turkish, and they lived in Turkey for a while, and they eventually made their way here. And she knew. Oh God, they were friends with one of the popes. I think they were friends with. Damn it! Oh my God, I can't remember. It's the one in charge of basically changing Catholic. Oh my God, I am the worst Catholic. I probably would. If you really like 80s music, I would totally love your playlist. I don't have a Spotify play because I don't have a Spotify account. Because I'm over 50. I'm 50 now, so technology is gone for me. And I'm kidding, by the way. But yeah, V, I mean, but your voice, V, your voice is killer. I love your voice. Um, as I said, I do miss singing. And I do, and I miss it a lot. And I miss playing, I love playing the flute more than I like singing. And by the way, no jokes. I've heard all the friggin' jokes about playing the flute. I've heard them all. This one time at band camp, it makes me feel like an actual bard. You know, like my favorite class in D. Maybe that's why it's my favorite class in D&D, because I can relate to it. Although I wish they had more sound-based spells. Yeah, no, and I mean that. You really are good. I wish they had more sound-based, like, damaging spells. Because I feel like sonics are a thing that you can really screw with somebody. Sonics, like, it might, you know, and I also feel like music, there's a power to music. I mean, it's been proven that it can help with pain relief and such because it can change your emotions. And as I said, I like to use my powers for good. But I think, if you're sad, if you're like, I've literally sat there and put on a flippin' sad song and sat there and cried over nothing because the song was sad. So music to me has a power to it, and I sort of wish there was a little more exploration in D&D about this. Not to the point where you break the characters or whatever, but I wish there was we could do a little more with it. Um, I like the whole inspiration aspects of it. That's cool, but I will admit to missing the old days when one could actually pick up a spell book and just learn spells out of it, so you could build your spell rotation based on all of the others. I'm really surprised. Wait, I thought aren't you in that group that's all bards for the Pyro? For Pyro Club? I'm really be surprised if you weren't in that one. I thought you were in that one group. Oh. No, I was gonna say also but playing a bard too. It's also a style thing because you really gotta like you gotta like tactics and battlefield control because that's what bards really are. They aren't damaging characters, which makes me kind of sad. But it's all about controlling, buffing people and debuffing, the bad guys. And I do dig that. I like that rule. I like to be the wild card. But yeah, I'm a little surprised. Oh, let's see. The only reason I gave Fuzzy a level bar was for flavor, and he was the worst part. Oh no, why was he? I mean, no, and that's fine. And hey, that's fine. Giving anybody a level of anything just to flavor the character, I have mad respect for you. I don't know why. I have such a problem like multi-classing. Like I don't know why I never do it. I mean, 5e, like some of the other things, I felt like you would dilute your abilities by doing that in some of the other systems. I feel like in 5e, maybe you do it, you won't get some of the topmost things, but you get good stuff by multiclassing. But I still have a hang up in multiclassing, and I'm not really sure why, because it's something it looks like something I should probably try at some point. And I've seen it works. It totally works. But I don't know why I have a problem doing that. I came close. I may still do it. I came somewhat close in that Tuesday night before it went on a very long hiatus. Kevin, I hope you still want to play that Tuesday game because Kevin is in it. We are still planning on bringing it back someday. And you barely started. You had just joined the group too when we had to friggin' kill it all because of friggin' COVID. If you want damage spells, you cast music, multi-class. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And as I said, I have such a freaking problem multi-classing. I'm not sure why. Ah, because I think it said with 2E with 5E. Oh my god, 2E. 2E is what I started in. That's when bards could pick up spell books and learn whatever they wanted out of them. You had a limit on how much you could learn. Obviously, you were it's like today. You have less spells than like a true caster. But back then you could learn how to magic missile and stuff. So in 5e I find I like to play lore bards because I can dip into a bit of that. Oh, thank you. You know, I'm so happy to be talking D&D stuff. Cuz I love Dungeons and Dragons so much. I know, right? Although where he left us off, I will never forget that. I like it to. Oh my god, it's crazy how many games. I never thought I'd play this many games, and I keep adding to my friggin' roster, which is really stupid. Maybe it isn't stupid. I groin punch a demon lord as the killing. That is awesome! Oh my god, I am always. By the way, people come on here and tell me about the friggin' stuff you do in games. That's awesome because I love to hear it. Absolutely love to hear it. Monks are dope. I mean, they are totally dope. Dope monk shit is a phrase for a reason. But yeah, I hope it's gonna say, how about this? Don't want to be campaign, it's time to drop a ban hammer. Let's see. Let's see if I remember where the hell. Oh, here we go. Ban. Bye. Here we go. Ready, right? We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Let's see if I can still get it. Let's see. Ban. Oh, I don't get the name anymore. Yeah, Van. Yeah, screw it. What I really need to do is oh wait, no, it is. Let's see. I wonder if I can do it. Van. No, the name is still there. Okay, good. Nope, it kills you. Oh, it's a Q. That's why. Yes, it's still there. I can do this. There. I did do that for Dio because he asked, but although by the way, Dio's been coming into my channel and banhammering me, so I think he does it because he's funny. I love Dio. It's like, what did I do to get banhammered in my own freaking channel? You can banhammer each other. It's just a joke. I put it there in case people wanted to be funny. It just meant as a joke. I mean, and admittedly, I'm a terrible person. So, I probably deserve it. I'm glad I was able to figure out finally how to ban people. So back to what we were actually talking about before we were really interrupted by a bot. Yeah, monks are freaking. I mean, I admit, indeed, when it comes to 5e, I don't know if there's really any really weak classes. I think everybody is strong in their own right. I mean, maybe the ranger I'm trying to play is probably it's. So I've got a ranger I play on that Thursday night Murder Hobo Twitch stream, which is probably not really optimally built. Admittedly, I'm not great at in my mind putting abilities together and to munchkin things. I'm not good at that. Yeah, I would assume that in D&D Beyond it's the newer version. So, I hope. Although, this is the funny thing. On that Tuesday night game, Joe, if you remember, is playing, aka my hubby, is playing a ranger. And what they had an Unearthed Arcana version at the time, and DJ allowed it because he thought, yeah, old rangers were weak. Well, that's why I like fighters. If I'm in the mood to play that, and bards are my favorite. I love controlling the battlefield. I love being able to diffuse situations without necessarily running into a fight either. That's because they made them better, but the original ones, they weren't as much. So I'm going two weapon fighting anyways, and I do like I went two weapon fighting, and then I took like heavy armor, so I had disadvantage at stealth, and then I realized for some reason I didn't realize when I initially started playing 5e, and it took me a long time that your arm like your dex doesn't fit into heavy armor as much as it does into light armor. So if you have a good dex, light armor is actually better. Oh my god! So I felt really stupid, and then in the game in cred I went out and bought a set of studded leather armor, and basically ended up with the same AC as my chain mail. Barbarians are great. Oh yeah, barbarians. If you really want to do damage, I played a fighter with the who was a champion. That was the archetype, and I had great weapon master. And in the game, it was Curse of Strat. In the game, there was a +2 greatsword. This is why I ended up going great. Because originally I was going to do sword and board, and I was going to take protection. No, I actually think I thought about taking protection. I didn't. I took something else, and I was going to defend people. But and I think my plan was eventually I was going to do that, so there'd be a couple of us that could do that just to annoy the GM. And that did not happen. I got the two-hander, got rid of the shield, and just, oh my god, I was doing more damage than the mages. So let's see. One of our previous games, Jimmy Smith's dad was playing a bow ranger, did some sick damage. Yeah, I believe it. Barbarians are tons of fun though. I would like to rage. Well, here's the barbarian. Other than the fact I've got to still add snow to the base, which I need to do after this. Here's the barbarian that my husband's playing in our Rime of the Frost Maiden group. All done. Other than the snow on the base. So he loves barbarians, and I would like to rage. And then V said, I picked a monk for Laxnight's group because I'm just in it for one arc, and the group really had all other things covered, so I decided to play a character I'd have fun with. Hence Spider-Man. You know what? Always play something you have fun with. Although, in my case, I have fun with useful characters, so I will literally sit there, let everyone else pick what they're going to play, and I find what hole needs to be filled, and then I pick a character. I literally build most of my characters based on what's needed. It works great until people flip and leave the group because of circumstances or whatever, and then there's another hole that I'm not filling anymore. So that Tuesday group that I'm playing with Kevin there. That's why I ended up being a paladin, because we needed kind of a tanky character. I've only got that might last until the end of stream. It will be. Alright, so I think my green, I could go a little lighter. I'm going to go a little lighter. So one of the things that feedback I got from ReaperCon was I need my highlights lighter. So I'm going to go I'm going to push it a little more. Especially right here. So I've got this lower piece of cloth right here and this higher piece right, next to it. Or to accentuate that there's a bit of a rise there, you want to paint a really strong contrast between the two sections. So I'm putting a really light highlight next to this dark section. Let me go back in and lighten this up towards this a little bit more. I'm going to probably add a little bit more there too. But I will say this, Cred has been a ton of fun. So on this set right here, this I think is, this little part is the higher than the other one. So I'm going to go and paint that. I may go back over parts of this. I just want ever so much to hint to the edge of the thing here. That's kind of sad. I don't get to play that much these days, and this is V. So I found optimizing my play characters for fun to play. My Sunday night Ironsword characters all hitting things and adopting pets. I love that. But really, ride into battle on a mammoth that bites people in the groin. Best attack. You know what? There's no disputing that. There's literally no disputing that. I'll put it this way though. So as I was saying about my champion fighter in Curse of Strahd. So I got the drop on initiative when we actually went to fight Strahd at the very end. I won initiative. I went there and I was like, I'm not going to let this opportunity go to waste. So I went in there and I went in there and actually did my action surge. So I forget how many attacks, like 5 or 6 or something ridiculous. And I did over 100. I know I got, I got like 2 crits too, I think. Because champion also increases your crit threat to, your crit range to 19 and 20. Hi, Bunny! It's nice you joined, but I was going to say, but I'm sorry, I'm not on that much longer. I'm only on about 15 more minutes. I literally did over 100 hit points of damage to Strahd in the first round. So, you know, if you want to do a lot of damage, that is an option. A fighter is a good option. I will say this, when you first, in the early levels, it feels a little anemic because you're only getting 1 attack around. But take Great Weapon Master. If you really want to do damage, take Great Weapon Master and use a 2-hander. Because honestly, it'll make a huge difference. I want to take and mix a little bit of this color. I'm going to try to mix these 2 colors. I'm just glad you came by. I mean, even if it is for like 15 more minutes. I'm still happy you showed up. All right, we have 16 people here. I don't know if any of you lurkers out there, but if everybody says something right now, I can unlock more VIPs. It's amazing. It said, I wish there was more things I could do to just do it on my own to unlock things. Emotes, you need to have more subs to unlock more emotes. Boo. Because I want all the emotes. I have fun making them. But I need like 25 subs to friggin' unlock my next emote slot. Honestly, I just want people here to talk to. If you sub, great. If you don't, I don't care. I'm just happy you're here to chat with. By the way, actually, Bunny, we are going to Ball Gym right after this. Yeah, 15 minutes. So Ball Gym. So basically, what I like to do is there's a couple of fellow goblins that I like to raid. On Wednesday nights, I raid Gareth. Gareth paints minis. And typically he does like Star Wars stuff on Wednesday. He does other stuff too on his other. I think he streams on. I know he streams Mondays, but not right after I do. I'm gonna add just. I don't want it to be a bright highlight because it's sort of still recessed, but I do want a little bit of a highlight there. I'm just so happy you're all here. This is one of my best streams and one of my favorite streams because there's so many of you here. I said it was such a quiet week this week. I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know where all you were, on weeknights, but I said I know where Baldy was. He was sleeping. I know where Pete the Hydrator was. He was sleeping. I wish I could stream at a better time frame for everybody on weeknights. I really do. Because I love it when people tune in from overseas. Shiner's another one. Well, someday, hopefully when I retire, that's the plan, is I want to stream more during the day at my time so that people from all over can tune in. And it still won't be perfect because it's always night somewhere. What do they say? It's always 5 o'clock somewhere? Well, it's always night somewhere. Oh, you can all see why I'm a stupidly slow painter. This has taken me 2 hours to paint. Well, I did the boots. But otherwise, it's taken me like 2 hours just to paint this much on the green. It's okay. You're right. You're right. Well, I was gonna say for commissions, it helped to paint faster because then you get paid more an hour to do so. But honestly, for my own stuff, yeah. By the way, I am doing a 365 challenge, which means basically I paint a mini every day. So I've determined this is not the best strategy, people. It's really, it's fine if you want to try to build up speed and you want to pick. Oh, I don't have any of my minis here, but you want to pick minis that don't have like a huge color palette or terrainy bits or whatever that you can really, do quickly. But honestly, I sort of wish I didn't start doing that one because I think a hobby streak is better. A hobby streak just means you paint something every day. And in terms of, there are big projects I want to do. I may do some of them on the stream. I don't know. I've got Baba Yaga's hut or house from Reaper. And that actually counts. Basically, I want to paint a lot of game stuff on the stream. So, things that came from an actual tabletop game. I want my focus to more or less be on, minis like this that that DMs will put on their tables. But I still will diverge from that now and then. But technically, Baba Yaga's counts because Baba Yaga is basically Baba La Saga in Curse of Strahd. And we had to fight her and her freaking hut. Because the freaking hut actually does fight back. Spoilers. It will step on you. And Bunny, don't worry about it. You're also not doing it. You're also not doing it for money. If you do it for money, then being a super slow painter is a little more problematic because if if you want to get paid a decent amount for your time you're putting into it, you got to be faster. But if you're just painting for yourself, it does not matter how fast you are. Okay? whatever happens. It's for you. So no sweat on being slow. Okay, don't. I definitely don't want to put it out here that I'm telling you you need to be a fast painter. No, 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 no. You be you. Mini painting is a lot about, to me, mini painting is a lot about finding your own path. Finding your own techniques and things that work for you. Just because I'm giving instructions here on what I'm doing, I think I want a bigger brush. Yeah, exactly. So I will do the 365 because I like challenges. I will do it. Also get a bunch of my Reaper minis out of the closet of shame. But that said, come February 2nd or 3rd, I did take a couple nights off in the challenge just because I come back from ReaperCon and I was tired and I needed a couple days off. So be it. At some point I will make up those 2 minis along the line. So somewhere around February I'm going to switch to a hobby streak format and I'm going to start trying to do minis, bigger projects and minis that I'm going to try to go to a higher standard. Try to take everything I learned at ReaperCon and bring it into my arsenal of mini painting techniques. That's the game. That's the plan. But there's some things that I definitely want to do on here that are not part of that. I don't do stuff on here that's part of that 365. I'm considering, though, maybe adding a late Friday night stream because I don't have to. I mean, granted, this happens right after. Happens several hours later, but I'm still considering it where I do my mini of the day just on stream and hang out and maybe catch a few people who are actually awake. They're like probably the same people, like Ball GM, who might be awake at that point. Sadly, I work during the day, so I have to actually get up in the morning, Monday through Friday. Saturdays and Sundays, I don't care. That is the one good thing about not having to do church choir, by the way. I don't have to get up on Sundays. And I like sleeping in on Sundays. This morning, I got up. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's me being lazy. Let's rub that out. See, I make mistakes. I want people to realize too that making mistakes on a Paint a Mini is perfectly fine. Nothing to panic about, nothing to get frustrated about. I understand it's our natures to get frustrated when we make mistakes, but mini painting mistakes are very easy to resolve. Yeah, see, so I was saying, and you said, because you just popped on, yeah, I do too, and they're not going to start mine up until after the pandemic is over. Read that as you will, because that means it's going to be a very long road until we get back. And I'm not really happy about that. But I respect it. Just because I'm not happy and I'm disappointed doesn't mean it's not the right decision. Although I'm going to say right now, speaking on the pandemic, I would say vaccines work. Oh, I'm a group singer, so that would be fine. I will tell you guys right now, vaccines totally work. Or at least for me. I know there are breakthrough cases, and I know there are people that do get symptoms. But, I mean, I went to a con with 1,000 people, and they didn't check vaccine status. There is literally no doubt in my mind that I would have come into contact with somebody who had it, because so many people have it. It has now been, it'll be 2 weeks as of Monday when I came home, and I have no symptoms. So I'm thinking either the masks totally worked, but I can't totally, like when you eat dinner in a restaurant, you can't really wear a mask while you're eating. So I've been totally fine. My husband's totally fine. They work. And even if you catch it, people have been catching, they can be miserable. I'm not going to say that. Try not to catch it. But they can be miserable. I know people who have. But that said, they're still not landing up in the hospital. And they're not dying. So the vaccines do work. See you at Vol GM. See you on the other side. So this is my sort of, I don't want to say political because this should never have been turned into a political thing. It's a health issue. Get it done. I know if you're mad at me because I say that, so be it. That's my opinion. If you don't share it, that's fine. But I'm just going to urge people, go out and get it. And it wasn't, and I probably have more effects to the vaccine than a lot of people did. Because I also have something that floats around my system that activates when my immune system activates. I get a rash, and it's weird because it's only from like my neck to my waist, not my arms, not my head, not my legs, nothing else, just in my torso. And it's not a big deal. It's just itchy, and I look kind of scary for a couple days. But it definitely activated when I got my second shot, which told me that it was working. But that was the extent. I didn't feel great after that shot either. But it passed, and ReaperCon was my reward for going through all that. And it worked. So, there it is. Yeah, you had no effects. You were lucky. Oh, no. Like, on the second one, 12 hours later, or no, it was about midnight. So it was a little more than 12 hours later. My arm started to friggin' really hurt. I've had the painful arm thing before because I get it when I've had booster shots for your tetanus booster you get every like 10 years. When I was a kid, my arm would hurt for 3 days after that, so that wasn't unused to it. But I was tired. I definitely could feel it. I wasn't feeling well, and and unlike a lot of people, it took 1 day for them to get rid of it. It took me like 3 days to feel better. But I knew it was all worth it. I knew it was all going to be 100% worth it in the end, and it really has been. I definitely, if you haven't gone or you're waiting, and other people that are not anti-vaxxers either that are waiting. Okay, and I said I respect, but now's the time. If you haven't got it, go get it. It's not that bad. If I survived all that, you can too. You're probably stronger than I am. And you know what? I love you all. I want you all to be around for a long time. So I say this from a place of caring about my fellow people here. Although I have a funny feeling most of the people here probably do have it. So I'm probably preaching to the choir. I'm too stubborn to die. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, at some point, unfortunately, at some point, you will succumb. I don't think nobody's figured out the secret of immortality yet. Does anyone really want to? I mean, does anybody really want to live forever? Because I don't think I do. Like the song goes from Highlander, who wants to live forever? I don't think I do. I've thought about that. I may do a little more blending in there, but all right, it is. Crap, it's 2:30. I want to thank, oh my God, there's so many of you here. For me, 13 is a lot. 15 is a lot. Over 10 is a lot. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for showing up to my Saturday stream. I will next be on. And please, somebody, it'd be awesome to come on and chat. I will be back on Monday night. What the hell time do I start? 7 o'clock. When you have 3 different times, it's really hard to keep track. I'll be on Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time for a couple hours of painting. And then probably the Inferno Club painting night, maybe. I made decent progress. I got a lot of our green. I might do a little bit of blending on some of those highlights there. They're a little stark. Hopefully I figure out the friggin' sound effect issue on my stream. If I pop on, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out. But I may not need to. I may be able to do it on my end. So let's go raid. Let's see. He is on. So let's go raid the Bald GM. Hang out with him. He is awesome. If you haven't followed him, follow him. Please give him a follow. He says really cool, and he does a lot of interesting. He paints a lot of interesting things. So I enjoy it. I'll be on for a while. Alright, so let's hit the raid button. The Bald. Make sure I type it in right too, because you don't type it in right, you'll go to someone else's freaking channel. Hey, Shanur, you made it back. So I'm leaving. Hang out with the Bald GM though, because we all know he's so cool. All right, make sure. And they said if you don't type it in right, you may end up at someone else's dead channel. All right. Thank you guys. Love you all. Hopefully I'll see you on Monday. And let's go.